Hello everyone, my name is Akai Winfoot and I am here today with Rayshana Stone and Leon He to discuss what teaching writing looks like in the 21st century. The structure of this presentation consists of each of us elaborating from different perspectives based on the text. With that being said, the focus of my section pertains to Harper, so let's dive right in. What does teaching writing look like in the 21st century? Teaching writing is seen in a plethora of ways. A few topics that will be mentioned are a student's uses of writing, technology, both content area writing as well as literacy, student-centered perspective, and the use of writing and thinking in classrooms. So why writing? Writing skills are among the most important skills needed to be successful. These skills serve as a vehicle for communication, a way to express new ideas, and a way to respond to others. Writing serves as a gateway for students. It is required for students today to know how to write for a variety of purposes and audiences. Modern classrooms around the world have curriculum that integrates college and career readiness standards. These standards are valued because they're believed to generate success in writing for many purposes and audiences, as mentioned before. Writing is done daily for numerous reasons. If someone were to ask if you have written something on a given day, your answer may be no at first. But writing notes and sending out messages are little things that are considered writing as well. Technology's progression, such as computers, tablets, and even phones, serve as another reason and way we write daily. Content area writing brings all the cognitive benefits of writing to science, math, social studies, as well as the arts. Writing in the content areas provides students plenty more opportunities to share, learn, and explore content along with practicing writing mechanics. Not only that, it allows students to have an authentic space to practice writing about different topics and genres. Literacy is emphasized in most of the college and career readiness standards. Content area literacy is defined as the ability to use reading and writing for the acquisition of new content in a given discipline. These abilities consist of three principal cognitive components: general literacy skills, content-specific literary skills, and prior knowledge of content. Writing that is framed from a student-centered perspective is very important. This perspective emphasizes the role of the learner in their own learning, classrooms, and lessons, which is different from a setting where the teacher is the center of instruction. Students are viewed as passive recipients in their knowledge acquisition in teacher-centered classrooms. Student-centered perspective shifts the role of the teacher from expert to facilitator, allowing the teacher to prompt and guide students as they develop and monitor their own learning and understanding. Reading and writing that are taught from a student-centered perspective allow students to create their own meaning from the content, giving them the freedom to explore their understanding. Students are encouraged to use strategies and methods to capitalize on their knowledge and interests, as well as allowing them to develop and conceptualize their own understanding of a concept or an idea. Writing can be a valuable strategy used in a classroom for thinking and processing information. It may help students process material, work through challenging parts of new material, engage in a subject matter, and develop a deeper understanding for a skill. The notion that writing is a tool for thinking allows writing to become explorable and discoverable. This opened windows into students' thought process, writing decisions made, and thinking that takes place when one makes decisions about what and how to write. Students need time to think about the things they have learned, reflecting on it, and connecting it to past and future learnings. With that being said, it is important for teachers to consider ways that students think. There are a few strategies that can be used to promote writing as a tool for thinking. Written conversations build on classroom discussion in which students communicate ideas and give time to talk through materials but on paper. This allows students to have opportunities to practice their writing skills as a means of communication. They are essentially just conversations on paper with their teacher. They are quick and easy to do, allowing teachers to see what their students understand as well as what misconceptions and questions they may have regarding a topic. Writing breaks are effective when it requires for students to learn a lot of content in a short period of time. Students have the opportunity to gather their thoughts when they can stop to write periodically. Students can generate ideas based off the lesson content and discussion in class. Teachers use these when the content is very dense and difficult to process. Dialogue journals are tools that capitalize on the importance of dialogue and conversation. They provide opportunity for the students to respond to content material that is learned while having a conversation on paper with a teacher or even a classmate. These journals are kept between two students or even a teacher as well as a student. These differ from written conversations because students are writing entries on a given topic, questions, prompts, as well as ideas. This brings an end to the reading that pertains to Harper. For a quick summary, I will be going over each topic that was discussed in my presentation. First, we have why writing. Writing can be used as a tool for thinking, processing, learning, summarizing, and much more. It can be used to communicate ideas and thoughts, build a position for an argument, and keep you on track when you are at the grocery store. It is constantly evolving and changing as technology advances, as well as media becoming more common. Writing is extremely versatile, having unique properties that change depending on the objective. But most importantly, writing has the potential to improve learning. Next, we have content area literacy. In this section, this basically gave an overview of the importance of and basis for content area literacy. And lastly, we have writing to think. Writing to think presents strategies that employ writing as a tool for thinking and communicating. Not only that, but these strategies can prompt students to think and process information. When thinking about the writing to think strategies, which are written conversations, writing breaks, and dialogue journals, which of these strategies would you use and why? How is that strategy used within your content area?
Hi, my name is Rayshana Stone, and I will be talking about 2 readings in academic use for social media and sustained communities for sustained learning. For this slide, we'll be talking about what does teaching writing look like in the first century. The use of social media, implementing technology in the classroom, and culturally sustaining pedagogy. For this reading, in academic use for social media, this article does a great job with explaining how social media can help students, especially with their communication skills. There are different articles provided that discusses a variety of ways classrooms can be more effective. In the past, we didn't have the technology that we do now. Teachers being able to implement technology and social media in the classroom has created new learning for students. This reading specifically talks about how Instagram and Twitter are powerful media tools that can help students in a classroom. With the many features that these tools provide, they can allow students to make content that they can interact with other students with. For the next reading, Sustained Communities for Sustained Learning, this reading explains how learning by a culturally sustained pedagogy requires teachers to teach while promoting equality across racial and ethnic communities. They explain what exactly cultural sustaining pedagogy is and why it is important in the classroom. Teachers need to embrace diversity and get to know their students to help make sure they feel welcome. The practices of culturally sustaining education wants to express the many different communities for positive transformation. One of the main goals of these practices are to focus on the purpose of assimilation. This reading also has a list of principles of culturally sustained pedagogy that can help teachers with how they can teach the curriculum in the classroom. Okay. 2 questions that I have are, can social media have a positive effect in the classrooms and boost the writing skills of students? And how can the 4 C's play a part in using social media in the classroom?
Hello everyone. Here I am going to cover the rest of the reading and raise up some questions and activities. In the book of Writing Behind Every Door, in chapter 8, the author focuses on the use of technology as a tool to support writing instruction and to help students develop the skills they need to meet the Common Core state standard for writing. The author provides an overview of the Common Core state standard for writing and explains how technology can be used to support students' learning in each of the standard areas. Then, she focuses on the use of digital tools to teach writing, including strategy for using blogs, wikis, podcasts, and other tools to support student writing and collaboration. The third part of this chapter explores the use of technology to support the writing process, including strategy for using word processing software or graphic organizer and other tools to help students plan, draft, and revise their writing. Finally, teachers should focus on assessment and feedback and track their progress over time. Woppert also highlights the role of technology in promoting collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity, all of which are essential skills for being success in the 21st century. Here, allow me to deep dive into some topics and share what I think after reading. For creativity, Woppert made an example of taking a photo and have students write about that setting. I think we can also ask students to track their wow moments weekly. They can take pictures, write something like any emotional movement or any form of recording, and the movement they are touched or be amazed with. Teacher can ask them to write a paragraph and we can talk about it. For critical thinking, the author examples of excerpting videos from TED.com to introduce a concept and model students navigate through the menus to find the right video for the topic. Here I think it's a good chance for students to develop their critical thinking. They can find multiple videos or resources from different channels and compare the different points of view and try to justify the truth objectively without any emotion. Then, talk about communication and collaboration. I think these two C's skills are highly relevant and cooperative. For example, we can engage students to change and share their favorite things, such as places, restaurants, sports venue, etc. In the class online form, maybe we can create one. For example, if on Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, and teacher can pick out some great content and let students to write reviews and what they did on the Yelp. And after finish writing and editing, students can cooperate to make a short video with it. And then, if there are a lot of subscribers, there will be profits. And the profit earned can be distributed to everyone or even establish a fund. They can use this fund to travel to or just for the public welfare project. Such arrangement serves multiple purposes. It helps students to practice communication skills and collaboration skills. And this kind of activity also engages students to generate entrepreneurial ideas, turning good ideas into action, and don't hesitate. The decision of profit usage can also be a turning point. Let them think and decide whether they will use the profit for themselves or make the world a better place. Students have a chance to be good decision maker on decide on how to use the money. For another article, Susanna Palmer mentioned teaching in the 21st century is an altogether different phenomenon. Are we really ready for the new era? She listed 15 characteristics of 21st century teachers, and now I will summarize some of those and make more example related. For example, point number 1, learner-centered classroom and personalized instruction. As a teacher, we should provide personalized instruction to increase intrinsic motivation for students. Students have different personalities, goals, and needs, and offering personalized instruction is not just possible but desirable. I think we can allow students to freely choose any research topics, but teachers need unified standard and requirements. At the same time, students need to collect information from multiple sources and to support their views and allow others to debate rationally. For point 4 and 8, the author said, go global and collaborate. In teaching students how to use the tools in their hands to visit, at least virtually, any corner of this planet will hopefully make us more knowledgeable and sympathetic. Collaboration globally can change our entire experiences. Nowadays, innovation of technology united people all over the world. We can see there will be more cooperation and communication in the future, and that's why there are two important properties in 4C skills. It's essential to understand people from other countries. We can avoid conflicts by knowing and understanding the different perspective views, culture, and the history from others. If all men united again, who said that the Tower of Babel cannot be recreated in the future again? And this time we can build with sincerity, kindness to benefit the future generations. Let's talk about point 11, 14, PBL and innovation. Today, students should use devices such as smartphone and laptop to do their own research, ask questions, and create projects. They appreciate not the new tools themselves, but the way they can be used more productively. My example is like this. Just like what we are doing for this project, it is such an excellent way for students to work together on an innovative platform. Here we're using the Canvas to complete all the PPT. When I made this conversation with you, it was 10 p.m. late night in Shanghai. I know my team may just wake up and finish their breakfast. Maybe they're doing other things. And the time, the location will no longer be the barrier for us to collaborate. We can finish our PPT on Canvas anytime and anywhere. Overall, the new technology really opens a new gate for all of us. Let's enjoy and use the advantage wisely and encourage students to embrace the change in a good way. After the reading, I have two inquiry questions for you. The first one, how should we assign students homework to increase their 4C ability through writing? And second one, is a weekly assignment too much workload? Some students might not very good at the composition, and how can we assign a less amount of workload, but at the same time, they may still engage and really practice their creativity and critical thinking? Please let us know. Lastly, after finish the reading, and I just pop up an idea for our classmates to try all together. Here I want to introduce ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is definitely the top trending. Millions of people are playing and using right now. And ChatGPT is a natural language processing tool driven by AI technology that allows you to have human-like conversation and much more with a chatbot. I think through the use of ChatGPT, students can inquire a lot of knowledge about technology and information. Although on the negative side, ChatGPT is still an imperfect product. Much of the information it provides will be wrong and academically yet still lacks of credentials. But students can use it to gain a better understanding of how AI thinks and works. For example, go and interview real people with questions like who is the GOAT player in NBA history. Compare real people's answer with GPT's answers. There are many people will consider their emotion or feeling to answer some question, while AI is doing data recording and statistical analysis. It doesn't give precise answers to many questions. However, some feeling could be inspired by personal experiences and be more true than statistics. So for the interview, we can prepare and pick some meaningful question and ask both AI and the real human. AI can be, but not just limited to ChatGPT. And we ask the same question with human. You can interview anyone many times and get different answers. And then we just compare the answers from AI and with the real persons. We can be better understanding the logic behind AI and figure out why answers are different and why some answers are identical. Such activity can allow students to think deeper about difference between AI and human, so they can use advanced technology more intelligently and objectively in the future. Thank you for your time.